Hey gang, it's Evyl here. Took a little hiatus from Shadowgate. I needed some time to think, some time to play through, time away from you guys, you know. No, I'm just kidding. But basically, I spent most of my time kind of going through the puzzles, you know, trying to figure out how I could get this curse solved, because that's the most important thing. So the first part of this episode is going to be catching you guys up to speed. I was really stumped. I went and took some time finding out how to solve some of these puzzles without having to do it on camera, because literally it took me like 3 hours of just trying everything I could think of, going every possible direction. And so here we are. I'll get started, take you guys right through it. So as of where we left off, I am cursed, but I have plenty of turns. I am at turn 511 right now. I believe I can get to like 615, 625 before I run out. So we're gonna go right about it here. And I'll be honest with you, a lot of these puzzles that I solved at this point were quite a bit trial and error. They weren't like, I prefer puzzles that are intuitive, where like you can logic through the answers. Some of these were, you'll see for yourself. I'll definitely point out where I felt like maybe the game was throwing a little bit of red herring at us, you know, and making some leaps of logic. Basically things that I feel like any puzzle in a story game like this, in a puzzle game like this, should have a certain percentage of the player base be able to immediately read the puzzle and think, oh, this is what I should do. When you have a puzzle in the game that I don't think anybody would immediately be like, oh, this is what I should do, like they'll try 6 or 8 other things first, I think you got a bad puzzle, you know, kind of a cheaty puzzle. So, like I said, I'll point those out when I get to them, but here we go. We'll start off. The curse is our first goal, so I'll let you guys witness my immense gaming skill here as I lead you through it. As you enter the room, the Jinn regards you with a feral look before gaining control of itself. Have you considered my offer? Thy boon for answering my riddles shall be substantial. What say ye? He asked me earlier if I wanted to try out his riddles. So we speak to him. Your voice cracks as you inform the creature that you are ready for the challenge. The Jinn's eyes glint mischievously. If you dare, bring to me the answer of this riddle, and you shall prove your worth. What goes in water red, yet comes out black. For this one, I'm a little mad at myself because I was on the right track right off the bat. I thought, when I forged my dirk earlier, it went into the water red, comes out black. I was close. And this one kind of pissed me off because that should still have been a legitimate answer. Like, I hate the fact that they narrowed it down to this point. I should have been able to take anything, presumably with a metal tip, that doesn't have a reason for not working, like magic or, you know, not being forged black or whatever. I mean, if you look at this, it even says, the blade of this tempered dirk has taken on a dark sheen. So my first thought was, oh yeah, this is black, right? No, wrong. So earlier down in the the Grand Hall, we picked up a fire poker. A wrought iron fire poker, which, folks, is black. Now, I'm going to use fire poker, not with a brazier. Brazier. That's a bra, everybody. Get it right. Pet peeve. Brazier is for fire. Brazier is for boobies. And I just made the fucking mistake. Anyways, brazier. Been saying it right all along, and then I screwed up that time. There's no brazier nearby. There's no campfire that I know of. So what do? You take your poker, and apparently the torch is going to make it work. You hold the poker to the flame until the tip glows red hot. Well, I stumbled upon this after many hours of basically setting everything on fire, pulling my hair out, and getting frustrated. So here we use fire poker on the Jinn. Red herring puzzle if there's ever been one. The Jinn responds with a forced smile. You have chosen wisely and have shown some worth. I shall surely grant you a boon should you answer another riddle of mine. Speak. You clear your throat, hoping the thing doesn't sense your fear, as you ask for the next riddle. The creature pauses a moment before saying, very well. While this next riddle is unlike the first, should you answer, I will give you a help upon your quest. The riddle is this, and this is an age-old riddle. I knew it instantly. I have no home. Wait, What do you say? I forgot it. Forgot the first part. I have no towns, but no. I have towns, but no homes. Lakes, but no water. Forests, but no trees. And mountains, but no stones. What am I? Bring to me the answer. Well, this one's a map. First thing I thought of was, if you recall back in the library, there was a... well, I'll show you. I have to go to the library, so we'll look at it together. This is another red herring quest, in my opinion. This one I dislike slightly more than the last. You could surmise the last one pretty early on that it's like, oh, something going into the fire red hot, coming out black. So that would at least cut down the number of potential solutions, right? This one, you look on the wall, made from some hide-like material. This map shows the continental lands of Kaltorlin. And this one says the same thing. So you have two maps on the wall. So what's your first thought? Oh, okay. I need to get the wall map down, right? Use Dirk on map. You jam the Dirk behind the map, ensuring there's nothing behind it. Well, that's not the first thing I would think to do with my Dirk, would it? So I try my sword. You work the sword behind the map, applying some force. You succeed in dulling the tip of the weapon on the stone wall. Just cut it off! Why are you sticking the wall? Anyways, long story short, I don't know if we ever take this map off the wall. And to me, that's why it's a bullshit. It's a bullshit riddle, because after reading that, you've solved the riddle in your mind, right? I think most people would be able to get that riddle pretty quick. And so your first thought is map. Well, this is the only map you've seen in the game, really. Aside from maybe, you know, if there was some way for you to take this map and show it to the Jinn. I mean, I'm carrying around a map, so why can't I use map on the Jinn? Right? I mean, doesn't that make sense? I'm carrying a fucking map. Here it is. Look, right over there in my inventory. I'm gonna put my metal hand right next to mine. I'm gonna just push it over to the map. Show him the fucking map. Problem solved. No, this is a video game. We can't have brilliance like that. So your next solution is to come to this map and use everything you've ever fucking imagined on it in every way possible to run around for an hour pulling your fucking hair out going, gee, how do I get that map off the wall? It's not the solution, folks. I don't know if you ever get this map off the wall, but it has nothing to do with that map. So, standing here in the library, I remember from the original Shadowgate that there was a hole set in the wall that you would stick a gemstone in, bookcase would move. Well, I see no gemstone socket. I searched everywhere for the potential to have a similar quest. So, I mean, this is somebody here who has at least gotten really, really close to beating Shadowgate. I don't remember if I actually defeated the ending, but I beat this puzzle, and as a kid. So somebody who's never played Shadowgate before is coming into this with zero help, right? So they don't even know that a bookcase is a solution unless you look at it and you feel movement of air coming from behind it. So you would figure that out, but there's so many things in here you could potentially interact with. Here's the solution, and I stumbled upon it because I looked at all the bookcases, and when you look at that one, you zoom in. Granted, I feel like an idiot because I should have looked at all the bookcases, but I kind of poisoned myself maybe by knowing the original Shadowgate and thinking, oh, I gotta find a gemstone to put somewhere. I didn't thoroughly check the room. So here we are at the bookcase. This is a really easy puzzle if you know what to do, and when I got here, if you look at some of the books, some of them have recognizable names like Abner stuck out to me. Where's the next one at? There's another book up here, or one of these I recognized. Leolf Dresdlin. Well, if you go back and you look in your inventory and your archive, we got a note not so long ago that says, you are drawn to one particular passage. Follow the path that the ancients have left. The philosopher, the historian, the bard, and the priest. From Leolf Dresdlin to Horatic Serf, Danswith Bjorn to Elder Anhem, Lilith Eyre along with Abner, and lastly, Ulara provides the key. Well, if we look in our inventory, earlier we picked up, in our archive again, earlier we picked up a book that I was absolutely convinced we needed to figure out how to open. Am I gonna get to look at the book? Thank you. This book is bound in pale white leather and secured with a locked metal strap. The name Ulara is written on the spine. This is where my intuition kicked in. I had spent a long time trying to figure out how to open this book. When I got to this bookcase and I saw this, the first thing that entered my mind was, look at this gap here. So I'm going to look at the gap. The area about the size of a thick book is empty. Oh, obviously you need to put a book there. And I have a book I can't open, so let's try it. Use book on slot. Ching! With an audible click, the book slides into the slot like it was made to be there. Well, that's because it fucking was, right? Anyhow, Allura is the key. So obviously they're giving us a sequence of books to check out here after realizing that each of those names appear on one of the books here. Every one of these books you can check individually. So you're going to spend quite a time here from one book to the next. Just clicky, 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 clicky. Which one's which? And then you somewhat have to remember their order. So I'm going to see if I can remember. That was Lilith Air. It's going to take me a second here to find the books, because I've now forgotten the order. Elder Anim. Was it this one? Erratic Surf was the second book. Leolf Drestlin is the first book. It was this fat one here. So use book. Whoops, no. Use self on book. Use fucking. Oh my god. Use thyself on. Which one was it? Was it this one? No. No, 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 no. Use thyself on this one. Oh, look. It's interactable. So, first book. Leif Drestlin. Let's go back and look at our story again. From Leif Drestlin to Heratic Surf. Dans with Bjorn to Elder Anim. So, where was Heratic Surf? It was either this one or the one next to it. That one, Heratic Surf. Use. Oh my god. Use thyself on book. Book. So you can kind of see what's happening here. Let's just finish it off. If I can remember, that's Abner. Danswith was next. Use Danswith. No, 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 I'm an idiot. Use thyself on Danswith book. Now, I'm not entirely sure if you misclick, if you have to start over or what. Like I said, I've forgotten the order of the books. Elder Anham and then Lilith Air. Elder Anham was down here. I think. Big red one. Use Elder Anham. Oh, I keep doing that. Why do I keep doing it? Because I'm in a hurry. Alright, that one's clicked. Yep. By the way, all this counts as actions, so slowly killing yourself as you do this. Maybe not so slowly. Lilith Air was next. Use thyself on Lilith Air book. And go back to my archive because I am not memorizing the order here. Along with Abner. Yep, Abner was up top and then Luara. This was Abner. Use thyself, Abner. And then use thyself on the book we just added. The book comes out a few inches before suddenly stopping with a click. A low rumble follows and the bookcase to the right shakes a bit. Voila, we've opened the bookcase. Can't believe I got held back so long on that because of looking at the bookcase. Now I told you earlier that I remembered what Tarak was used for. This again is first game knowledge. Probably would have taken you guys a long time. Actually first, we're not going to use Tarak yet because there's something I need to do first. Earlier we picked up a strangely textured paper that leaves a dark imprint whenever you touch it. Well, so we take this paper and we put it to the globe. You place the parchment over the top of the globe. The outlines of the continents from the globe appear through the paper and burn an imprint into its surface. Now I have a picture of the globe. The parchment has an image of the continents of the world on it. However, everything seems backwards. Alright, back to what I was saying before. Tarak. I know this because of the previous game. Cast it on the globe. You gather your will and whisper the phrase Tarak. A crack appears around the center of the globe before the top half slides open. You find an old scroll and a pipe inside. You grab the items and put them in your satchel. Let's open the new parchment. Not the log pile. Why would I open the log pile? Open. You carefully unroll the scroll and gain a new spell called, Exquish. Let's go to our spells and make this one number 9 and look at it. Concentrating on the symbol for Exquish seems to steal the breath from your lungs. We're going to take this mirror. We're going to... There's nothing we can really do with any of the logs. I'll come back to this. We're going to spend some time in that room anyhow, because I haven't completely solved that room, I don't think. So our task now is to hurry back to the Jinn. Is it this room? Nope, that's the dark room. You feel the Jinn's naked hatred when you step into the treasure-lined room. After a moment, the creature gathers itself and smiles. Perhaps the riddle is too difficult for you. Do not give up on me now. Remind us of the riddle. You nervously ask the Jinn to repeat the riddle. The creature's eyes narrow. A riddle such as this should be child's play to one such as you. I have towns but no homes, lakes but no water, forests but no trees, and mountains but no stones. What am I? We're going to use parchment of the map on the Jinn. With a knowing nod, the Jinn grins. Well played indeed. You are a hero worthy of the name. The creature gestures while creating a series of intricate movements which in turn manifest into 2 torches that fly into your pack. This will help light your path. You clear your throat and nervously request another riddle. The creature sizes you up before responding. Indeed, so be it. The next riddle shall task your patience, but the reward is great. I am the beginning of sadness and the end of days. You cannot express happiness without me. Yet I am in the midst of depression. I am always in distress and never in trouble. You may find me in the sun, but I am never out of shadows. Bring to me the answer. Well, the solution to this one came to me rather soon. Even though it was a tough riddle, it's a good riddle. I like this riddle. It's classic. It's like the old joke, what's the longest word in the English language? Smiles, because there's a mile between the S's. You have to think in terms of the word. So, obviously, I am at the beginning of sadness, S, and at the end of days. You cannot express happiness without me, because it has S. I'm in the midst of depression. I'm in distress, but never in trouble. That was what really tipped me off, was that one. You may find me in the sun, but I'm never out of shadows. Bring me the answer. Well, the answer is S. So, if you look through your inventory, because it has to be something that we give, there is really nothing, at least not that struck me, that looks like an S. And just nothing. I figured maybe I need to collect a rune, so I went back through all the rooms and looked at all the runes. There was just nothing that's struck out to me. I actually used that blank parchment quite a bit because I went to the rooms and tried to copy the rune, thinking, oh, I've got the answer, I'll just copy this rune down with the paper. That wasn't it. So you're going to see literally the answer to the most obscure piece of shit riddle that I've encountered in this game, because it goes back to one of the very first items you get in the game. We've had these roots for forever. I'd pretty much forgotten about them, so I set to looking at everything in my inventory. The length of this root looks vaguely like the letter S. Well, if you're thinking logically, if you hold the root up and it extends, it doesn't make an S anymore. I didn't think that the root, there's nothing specific about it that screams at you, this is supposed to represent S. But, yeah, you'll see. I will take the root and give it to the genie. And this right here is the solution to the most oppressive puzzle in the game. This is the only one you can't wait to do later. You have to get the cure, like, as fast as possible. And there it is. He just gave it to me. With a sigh and a nod, the Jinn responds, saying, "And so it is, you may be the one after all." With a series of intricate gestures, the creature produces a swirling ball of light that transforms into a purple potion which flies into your satchel. This may prove the difference between life and death. See, what pisses me off about that one is that you spend the entirety of the game, especially after you get, what spell is it? The mix spell, thinking, oh, I've got to collect things to put together to create the antidote, right? That's gonna cure my curse. So you spend all game thinking about that in terms of going after the cure. So they use misdirection. They use a red herring fucking puzzle quest that you have to basically just click your entire inventory on him to figure out what it is. You know, I mean, that's a legitimate way to solve these puzzles, is to stand there in front of him and click every item in your inventory until it works, except for the, I guess, the red poker one, right? Well, I guess the parchment doesn't work either, but for that one you could click everything in it. And in return you get the most important piece of the game. This is what allows you to kind of continue at will. So, without any further bitching, this episode's expressing a little bit of frustration, I guess, because it just... these puzzles are so unlikely. The bottle is filled with a purplish liquid that glows with magic. Let's use bottle on thyself. You open the bottle and gulp down the viscous liquid. Your body is immediately racked by a series of violent tremors, but after a moment the episode passes. When your head clears, you realize that you're feeling much better, as if a dark pall has left your body. You are cured. Congratulations, you have earned the Master Healer achievement. Congratulations, you have earned the Journeyman Healer achievement. Congratulations, you have earned the Apprentice Healer achievement. And with that, I'm saving the game. I don't ever want to see that again. Let us look at these achievements real quick that we just got. Oh wow, I did better than I thought. The Master Healer achievement, cure yourself of a curse in 500 turns or less. I'm over 500 turns, but I guess I was significantly over 100 turns by the time I got cursed, so there you have it. Curse is cured. Do you have anything else to say to me? You clear your throat before asking for the next riddle. The creature takes measure of you before answering. This one may prove beyond your abilities. In comparison of a ghost, am I? So anyways, I haven't done anything beyond this yet. This is as far as I've gotten. I got the cure and decided it was time to start recording again and doing legitimate Let's Play rather than slogging about for hours trying to solve this particular riddle. So let's see if we can figure out what it is he's looking for. In comparison of a ghost, am I? Such a short riddle. It doesn't give you a whole lot to go on, does it? Oh, here we go. You nervously ask the Jinn to repeat the riddle. It responds, "Perhaps you need some additional help. In comparison of a ghost, am I? And often filled, yet frequently empty." Let's use the water bottle on myself. And I will use bottle on... Oh, no, that wasn't it. I'm going to load again because I don't want to walk all the way back. Can I look around? Did any of his stuff here? Is he going to let me pass? Nope, he's not going to let me pass yet. I feel like this is another one of those that it's going to be best solved by just handing him everything. There's images on the stairs here. Painted on the stone, several pictograms show a series of evolving patterns. In comparison of a ghost, am I? Does that mean like wispy? That's why I'm thinking a pipe. It doesn't. I don't think that's it. It doesn't really make sense, but we'll try it. Why not? If you overthink these things, you'll probably skip the answer sometimes. Yeah, that wasn't it. That one just doesn't make sense. We'll come back to it. Alright, so I think I'm briefly going to go and recover, because the actual beginning save state of this particular save is slightly before the previous episode or two that I've done. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time going back and catching everything up. I'm not going to advance the story at all. I'm just going to achieve and finish things that I've already done. So I'll see you guys back in a second here, where we'll be completely caught up and up to date on all the quests, so we can move forward again. Hang tight. Ooh, as I'm traveling, I just thought of it. Use torch on pipe. Has nothing in it to light. I think... No. Frequently filled, but often empty. I thought it would be smoke, would be the riddle answer. Like, it was one of those moments of epiphany where it was like, oh, I know what it is, and then it's just like, oh, maybe not. Frequently filled, often empty. Oh, something just happened. Oh my gosh. Okay, so here we are in the empty room, the illusion room. I used Flumoris as I had previously. At least I think I showed you guys that. Pretty sure it's in a previous episode. So you use Flumoris on the room. Everything brightens up, right? There's a scroll sitting here on the table. Just saw me take it. I did not expect for that to happen. I thought I'd tried that before, but apparently not. So let's open it. You unroll the parchment, careful not to crumple it further. And it's another spell. The shimmering glyph translates to the word sparks. When you concentrate on the symbol, a dizzying array of colors confounds your senses. What have we here? This parchment paper is ripped in an odd pattern without the missing piece, however the faded writing is hard to make out. Well, let's put this together with this. The two pieces of parchment fit together perfectly, forming a legible scroll. You alternate between blinking and rubbing your eyes, unsure if the disappearance of the objects has to do with your senses or the dissipating effects of the spell. Right. What's this say now? Another spell. You read the writing? I already know that. Hold on. We'll go look at it. Man, we're accomplishing so much now, and this is all like legitimately happening right now. It's like it's coming together. You stutter over the pronunciation of this symbol, Madric, you mouth, producing a clear ringing tone in your head, not unlike the sound of a blacksmith shop. Clear ringing tone in your head. Let us cast Flumoris once more. Take the pillow. Filled but often empty. Cushion. I don't think that's... Let's open the desk. Find nothing of value. Can we take the carpet? Let's burn the carpet then. You mishandle the lit torch, which drops to the rug, forever leaving a scorch mark. Is there anything else in here? I don't see anything else. Glad we revisited that room. Now I want to go back to the music room from previous episode. Which tower was that in? Actually, that's that tower. Just didn't go far enough. There's the empty room, or the illusion room. This is the music hall, isn't it? Yes. Alright, let us start the band. Strike up the band. What is this I picked up? I didn't even look at it. Kindle sits atop a bleached white skull held securely by wax drippings. Creepy. Use the loot. Gotta use this knife on our flute. You knew it was coming. I embarrassed myself. Alright. Let's see. Use Magicks. No. Oh. There we go. Musical aria rises, echoing off the stones in the chamber. You feel uneasy as strange vibrations start to surge through your body. Please work. No. What could I possibly be missing with this room? You strum the strings of the instrument. Yeah, okay. Oh, I see. You bang on the drum, attempting to follow the beat that echoes in the room. Now that everything's playing. With the snap of the wrist, you expertly ring the bell. Perhaps if this whole questing thing doesn't work out, you could raise money for charity. That's pretty funny. Alright, it's gotta have something to do with this piece of music that I picked up. Lacking even a fundamental understanding of composition, this handwritten score, replete with notes, chords, and stanzas, simply beyond you. Can we use the parchment on any instrument? What do you say, Scully? Of course. No help from you. Well, this seems like a pretty good stopping place. This was a pretty good turning point episode, if you ask me. We got the cure for the curse, as shitty as it was. Caught myself back up to speed on where we were previously, and along the way to doing that, actually uncovered at least another couple of steps in our progress. So thank you very much for joining me for this episode of Let's Play Shadowgate, and thank you guys so much for your support so far. Literally a ton of you have watched my first video in this series. My second video is doing really well. My third video is also doing well. So thank you guys for starting this with me, and those of you who have come this far for sticking with me. It means a lot, and it's really cool to see that people are enjoying my videos, that they're commenting, that that it's getting all positive likes so far. I haven't gotten really any dislikes on my channel, so that really makes me feel good, and I appreciate it from you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. We're going to wrap this baby up pretty soon, and on to the next game. So you guys take care. We'll see you real soon.